Hey there, Bruins fans! Welcome back to BNG Hockey, where it's always black and gold. It's summertime. It's a great time to be outside and have some fun in the sun, but unfortunately it's not the best time for hockey news. So the Bruins haven't been up to much lately, but there are a couple rumors that I want to get you caught up on. Now, I do want to mention right off the top that these aren't really possible without signing Charlie McAvoy and Brendan Carlo first. Maybe they are. There might be some finagling. If there's other trades made before, then obviously it's probably easier to get them done. But we're going to talk about McAvoy and Carlo at the end of this video, so make sure you stay tuned for that. But if you're thinking that during these rumors, how is that even possible? We don't even have enough cap space to sign our two defensemen already on the roster. Just know that these are probably going to happen with a trade being made or after Carlo and McAvoy are signed. Starting things off with a rumor that a free agent is interested in coming to Boston, and Boston has quite a bit of interest in him. It's forward Brian Boyle. He's 34 years old, 6'6". As we know, he was battling cancer just 2 seasons ago and came back and is still having a pretty solid NHL career. Absolutely amazing. So right off the bat, you can tell he's an incredible guy to have in the room. Really passionate, loves hockey, has bounced around to quite a few teams between the Devils, the Lightning. Last season he played with the Predators. He only played in a total of 26 games during the regular season, scoring 5 goals. He's more of a third, maybe, but probably fourth line center guy. He's always been 50% or more on his faceoffs his entire career, so absolutely clutch on the faceoffs. As I said, he is 6'6", so he is absolutely huge. Definitely not afraid to throw that weight around. And being from Massachusetts, we know how they love their Massachusetts guys. I think he would be a perfect Bruin. Now, obviously, it depends on the term. He is 34 years old, so you don't want to sign him for probably more than a year, but I don't even know if he's looking for that. The Bruins might just do a 1-year deal at a lower cap under $1 million, and Boyle might want to come back home and have a shot with the Bruins and be on a Stanley Cup contending team. Second bit of news I got for you is the Bruins have offered defenseman Alex Petrovic a PTO. Now, he does have some offers from a couple other teams, including the Flames and the Hurricanes, that are two-way deals. So he might want to sign a two-way deal before he does a tryout with a team. But if he really wants to be a Bruin and he thinks that his best shot of making a team is the Bruins, then he might just wait it out, do the tryout, see if he does well during training camp, and beat somebody out, and then ends up signing here. In 263 games, he has 5 goals and 45 assists. Last season, he played for 2 teams, playing 26 games with the Florida Panthers, putting up 1 assist. He was then traded to the Edmonton Oilers, where he only played 9 games and also put up an assist. So not crazy stats-wise, but he is 6'4", so he's a big body. He's a defensive defenseman, really stay-at-home guy, but a smooth skater, can transition the puck pretty well. He's still on the younger side at 27, so he's not really old. He's never really found his place in the NHL because he doesn't put up a lot of stats, but he can definitely be a nice stay-at-home defenseman who plays 18 minutes or so. Definitely going to be a stud on the penalty kill for you because he's just so good defensively, but he's probably more of a 6th or 7th defenseman. I see them signing him if maybe they move Kevin Miller and then they need that defensive depth. He would be signed probably at a league minimum, if not a little more than that, definitely under $1 million as well. As we said before, none of this is really happening until we figure out the McAvoy and Carlo situation. So you need guys who are going to give you a lot and not make a lot of money. That's what the Bruins are looking for here. So maybe this guy comes in. If nothing else, he's just competition for the young guys you're looking to come up and for your veterans like Kevin Miller who need to prove that they can still be lock-ins on this roster. Now, keeping with the trend of defensemen, it's time to talk about Carlo and McAvoy. Unfortunately, I can't tell you that they've signed. I really wish that I could. It does kind of seem like Don Sweeney's just somewhere on a beach chair and McAvoy and Carlo could care less unless they make $12 million. It's starting to seem like that, doesn't it? But I do think the Bruins are going to work this out before training camp. These are 2 core guys for the defense going forward. For the team as a whole, they need these guys to be on the team and to be good. Carlo is going to be a shutdown stud defenseman in this league. eating minutes, playing penalty kill, blocking shots, doing whatever he needs to do. And we saw a little bit of offensive upside in the playoffs. He's never going to put up 15 goals, but we saw that he can at least help out a little in the offensive end. And McAvoy, what can we say? He's probably going to win a Norris eventually. He's just that good. And he's so young and playing really big minutes. He's arguably our number one defenseman. So you need to pay these guys. But I really don't think the Bruins want to break the bank. McAvoy hasn't even played that much over 100 NHL games. So they do want to take it slow and not just say, here's $9 million, kid, go crazy. I do see them maybe working on a bridge deal. I don't really love that. I prefer locking guys up. But if you can get them for cheaper and then wait till a guy like David Krejci is off the books in 2 years, maybe Chara is retired by that point, once that god-awful Backes contract is gone, because it really doesn't look like they're going to be able to trade that, guys. I'm sorry. So maybe you do a bridge deal for 3 years, then once you have some of that money freed up, then you give them the big deal. And you see if they can keep up with this. McAvoy's had some health problems early in his career. As we know, this was the first time Carlo played in the playoffs, so he's had some health issues as well. I think they're worried about that a little bit, but you definitely need to keep them as Bruins. They need to be long-time guys on this team. So they're going to work it out. I see them doing a longer deal with Carlo because I can't imagine he's asking for anything more than $4 million just because he's not really putting up any offensive numbers at all. McAvoy might be looking around 7 or 8 million. That might be a little too much. Who really knows? So I'm fine with the bridge deal because honestly, I just want to see these guys in Bruins sweaters in Game 1. That's all I got for right now. It's kind of that slow time in the hockey season, but it's going to start picking up with training camp and preseason, and hopefully we have some signings to talk about soon. I did recently do a collaboration with Top Shelf Hockey. He has an amazing YouTube channel talking about all 31 teams, so make sure you check that out. That's under my collaborations playlist. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a big like, and if you haven't already, subscribe.